Welcome to Access Sportsnet Dodgers. I'm John Hartung alongside Jerry Harrison Jr., Adrian Gonzalez. The Dodgers able to salvage 1 out of 3 in Washington, D.C. This despite blowing a 4-0 lead they had in the top of the first inning. They come back, they get 2 in the 7th inning to reclaim the lead. And the bullpen, Jerry, they were asked to do a lot today to take down a lot of outs in this one. They were absolutely fantastic.
Our bullpen was outstanding. Again, the Dodgers, you mentioned, John, 4 quick runs. Obviously, Knack didn't have the start he would have liked, but the bullpen once again comes up clutch. How about our defense? Our defense, Mookie Betts at shortstop and Kik Hernandez at first base, really saving that inning.
Yeah, I mean, we asked for a few things in the pregame. We asked for early runs. They got early runs. We asked for some good defense. They gave them great defense. You know, we were hoping Landon Knack would go deeper into the game. He wasn't able to, but we knew the bullpen was going to be ready to go. They went out there. They threw 6+ shutout innings. I mean, they did an incredible job. That bullpen was insane, but that play from Kik Hernandez in the 9th inning, wow, that's game saver.
Certainly was for the Dodgers. They win at 6-5. Teoscar Hernandez had a huge 2-run home run and a 4-run first inning. And then with the game tied at 5 in the 7th, he's the one that singled in the go-ahead, proved to be the winning run. Let's hear from Teo right now in D.C. with Kirsten Watson.
Teoscar, you guys started this game with a lead 4-0. What was the conversation going into this one, just setting the tone to avoid the sweep?
You know, the 2 games before, we not having that bats that we want. We're just trying to be a little bit more aggressive on the pitches in the strike zone and just trying to put it in play. We get some good pitches to hit, and we did score some runs early in the game.
Yeah, speaking of good pitches to hit, what were you seeing from Irvin that allowed you to get that homer?
You know, I was trying to stay back, get something that I can just put it in play. I get the hanging curveball that I put a good swing on it and just hit it out. So I'm just trying to, right now, good at bats to get on base for the guy behind me.
It's no secret the Nationals battled back in this one, but when you're in a situation to retake the lead with 2 on and 2 out, just what's going through your mind in that moment?
The same thing. You know, nothing new. Not getting too big. Not overthinking in the middle of that bat. Just the same thing. Get a good pitch. Try to put a good swing and just make some damage.
How did the bullpen give you all a chance to win this game?
You know, bullpen has been the key for since last year. I always said it. Without the bullpen, I don't think we would have won the World Series, and they keep doing it this year. So shout out to the bullpen. Thanks to those guys, they, you know, stay in the game. We battle back and we score some runs and win the game.
It's been a long road trip. It's been a cold road trip. How excited are you just to get back to Los Angeles?
I'm ready to go back. You know, I think that was my 7th bat that I broke in these road trips. So I'm ready to go back in some warm weather.
You're getting your shipment of bats as well.
Yes. I already made the order, so we're good.
Teoscar, a good win and a happy flight home.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's one thing to have your bats broken, Jerry, but also to have 7 bats broken in the cold temperatures the Dodgers played in over those last 6 days between Philadelphia and Washington, D.C. But Teoscar Hernandez, we talked about it so many times last year, just how clutch this guy is. Jerry, he comes through in the first inning with a 2-run homer, and then with the game tied at 5, he comes through to give the Dodgers the lead.
Yeah, it's so important to have a guy in the middle of your lineup. He can hit 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 5th, comes up big. And we talk about being a run producer here, a rocket over the left center field wall. Outstanding job putting the barrel to the baseball. Remember, he didn't really have all that as far as behind it, but he had great hands here. Talk about great hands. Nice little fillet over the second baseman. We talk about contact being king. 2 strikes right there. Put the ball in play. Give yourself a chance. Win the ball game.
Yeah, 100%. That was a great piece of hitting there. You got runners in scoring position, tied game, late in the game. The job is to put the bat in the ball, and he was able to do that. He was able to extend the length of his swing long enough so he can get the end of the bat to hit it right over the second baseman's hit. I used to love those. Those were called salmonella hits. You just hit a little salmon ball that just keeps floating right over the infielder's head. Those are the best feeling. Great job, Teo. Always coming up clutch. He is such a clutch hitter.
Were you like me when you hit those? Get down, get down, get down.
Every time, every time.
So thankful.
Yeah. You guys mentioned the Kik Hernandez play there in the 9th inning, Adrian, and I imagine Freddie Freeman's watching the game at home, and he's probably cheering on this play because he knows how great of a play this was, and also you know how great the play was as well.
Yeah, I mean, the play right here, this diving play was so huge. I mean, the ball gets through him right there. That's ball game pretty much. And for him to not be a first baseman, be able to and then come up and make an accurate throw quick transfer more than anything, because he was barely getting the runner at second. He just did an incredible play. There's no words that can describe how important, how big that play was.
Kik Hernandez is a winner, man. He is a winning ball player. In order for him to make that play, first of all, you have to have athleticism. But before the ball is hit, and Gonzo, you know this, you're playing different scenarios in your mind. If the ball's hit deep to my right, I have to go to second base because I have a better chance to cut down the runner at second base than get C.J. Abrams, who can fly at first, and then Blake Trinan cover it. So you're going with the play. Outstanding job. And that's the winning run, too, at second base. Yeah. Keep him from getting in scoring position. And you see Blake Trinan right there hugging him? That play meant a lot to Blake because he understands that winning run is still on first base. I know he stole, but allowed him to reset and really make his pitch. And he made a great pitch on Wood to end the ball game. You need players like Kik Hernandez who can play anywhere, high baseball IQ.
Especially since he was filling in this entire road trip for Freddie Freeman at first base. He may have not have been tearing the cover off the baseball this entire trip, Jerry, but you put him there defensively at first base, a position he doesn't play a lot of. He was fantastic for all 6 games.
He played it like a Gold Glover. And listen, there is no substitute for a guy like a Freddie Freeman. But if you have a guy like Kik Hernandez, who also picked up Mookie Betts earlier in the ball game, he's a plus defender wherever you play him. Yes, would he have liked to get more hits? Of course, we all do, but he doesn't take it to the field. That's very, very important. Kike was outstanding today.
Yeah, it is so important. There was a minor league coach that always told me, play great defense to get you through the slumps, because if you're not playing good defense and you're in the slump, you're on the bench. But if you play great defense while you're in the slump, they'll keep you on the field, you'll be in the lineup, and you'll get through that slump. That was just a great example of that.
I used to get even more madder. When I wasn't getting hits, you can't get hits either. I'm taking your hits because that's how you're so upset. You're not hitting at that time. But Kik Hernandez is obviously elite defender.
Dodgers able to get it done. They pull it out to win one of the 3 games in D.C. Let's head back to the booth at Nationals Park. Check in one final time with Joe Davis and Eric Karros.
Well, the Dodgers eke this one out. A weird game, right? They're up 4-0, and then they trail, and they come back, and they win it late.
Yeah, I mean, it was all bullpen. Yeah. And you talk about 6 2/3 innings, 7 strikeouts, only 1 hit allowed. And you know, Teo had said it in the post-game show with Kirsten. The bullpen is why they won last year, and it's a lot of the reason why they've had success early on this season so far as well.
It'd be good to get off of the road. They go 2-4 on this trip, Philadelphia and D.C., and get back home to the friendly confines of Dodger Stadium.
Well, you finally get some normalcy, too, right? You know, the first week you've got the opening day stuff. You've got the ring ceremony, all the festivities. You know, this road trip, you're going to the White House. It's the first road trip. You have a lot of things going on. And now, really, the season is about ready to start. Now you get into some normalcy.
Cubs come in, Yamamoto and Sasaki first couple games back at Dodger Stadium this weekend.
All right, thanks, guys. Here we go. Dodgers and Show-Nats on a bright, sunny day in D.C., and we got a lot of fireworks early in this game. It's Shohei Ohtani leading things off with a base hit.
Getting it going right off the bat. Great swing right there, staying head down, that sinker right there. Rocket to right field.
Shohei leadoff single, Mookie would walk, and then Tommy Edman, Jerry, that is fair and down the line. It's going to rattle around and be a 2-run triple.
I love the fact he jumped on that 1-0 pitch right there, rocket down the right field line. Love the bat path. We are on the board early, 2-0 Show Dodgers.
We'll take another look at this one. Tommy all smiles. Dodgers finally get an early lead.
Love the way that he's able to get the barrel out in front and hit that ball in the corner, allows everybody to run around.
Very next hitter is Teoscar Hernandez. We just heard from him, Adrian. He gets a pitch that he likes and gets just enough of it to leave the yard.
There was plenty of barrel on there. That was a line drive that got out of the ballpark right there. Just a hanging slider, and he got through it. And great extension on that. When you can get extended like that and backspin the ball, that ball is going to continue to carry all the way through over the fence.
He is some kind of strong. Mercy.
We'll take another look at this swing as well. Well, we did.
We will later, John.
Yeah, let's land the neck. Boy, he had a rough first start of the year. C.J. Abrams starts it off with a home run.
This kid is so good, man. Does so many things well. Can fly. Really good hitter. Here he tomahawks. This is not a bad pitch. This is up at his chest. He's just an elite player.
Yeah, C.J. Abrams takes him deep. He took Landon Knack deep, the very first batter Knack ever faced in the big leagues. And then James Wood walks. Base on balls was a problem for Knack. Next batter, Keibert Ruiz. Is that a little salmon ball too?
Yeah, that's a salmon ball right there. Those are the best hits you can get.
First and second, nobody out for the Nationals. Nathaniel Lowe, that's ball 4. So they're loaded with nobody out. Josh Bell at the plate. Chopper up the first base line. Knack gets the out at first, run scores.
Nationals doing a good job just putting the ball in play.
Luis Garcia Jr. to straightaway center. That's a sac fly. It's a 4-3 game.
Tell you what, we lost the series to Nats, but I tell you what, I'm very impressed with this young Nats team. They executed, played good baseball.
Could have been a lot worse if not for that play by Mookie Betts at shortstop.
Look at the Manos right there, and he's able to stop on a dime right there, plant and fire a seed to Kike.
41 pitches in the first inning thrown by Landon Knack with help from his defense there behind him. Bottom 2, Dylan Cruz leading it off. And Knack gets his first strikeout.
Good changeup right there.
2 batters later, James Wood strikes out on a fastball. So good second inning going 1-2-3, bottom of the 3rd. Runner on first after a walk. And Josh Bell, it's a base hit to right. 2 on, 1 out for Luis Garcia Jr. to the gap in right center.
This Nats team did a good job of getting on top of those fastballs and making sure they did not swing underneath them. They were just trying to put them in play, not trying to do too much with those pitches.
Game is tied at 4. And that would be it for Landon Knack.
Good swing there.
2 1/3 innings. Dejection in the dugout. Jack Dreyer comes in, pitching to Alex Call. 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. That's going to be deep enough to give the Nationals the lead.
We talk about execution, especially in those shadows there. Nats did a good job executing it today, really this series.
With 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd, Paul DeYoung goes down swinging, so Dreyer able to limit the damage. The Dodgers did nothing offensively against Jake Irvin after those first 4 batters. They went 1 for their next 19, but here in the 7th inning, they go to the bullpen, the Nationals do, and Andy Pages ties it up.
We talked about turning the Pages, and that's what he did. Last night, a home run. Here he gets a hanging breaking ball once again. Able to get the barrel on it, drive it over the left field wall. Come on, Andy, we need you, brother.
So it's a 5-5 game. 2nd straight day with a homer for Pages. Brings up Shohei Ohtani. Chopper towards 2nd. Garcia had to hurry with Shohei flying down the lines, not able to come up with it.
Yeah, that's what speed does right there. It makes you hurry, makes you try to do something that is out of the ordinary. And, Luis Garcia is one of the best second basemen in the game, and he knows who's running.
There goes Shohei. Did this 59 times last year. That's number 3 on the season. So he's into scoring position.
Outstanding jump right there. Ruiz had no chance.
2 down. Woo. For Teoscar Hernandez. Runners on the corners, and here it is. Gets just enough to get it over Garcia's head.
A little fillet of fish.
Yeah, that's right.
With the ribeye steak.
6-5, Dodgers reclaim the lead. As Teo, clutch coming through once again. Bottom of the 7th, Tanner Scott comes in, facing the top 3 guys in the Nationals order. Here's that scoop by Kike.
Great job, Kike. Those are not easy. When the ball's thrown sidearm, that bounce can be tricky sometimes. That's a great job from Kike staying with it.
Outstanding defense at first base this entire road trip. James Wood strikes out.
It's tough to get a fastball by Wood right there. You got some English on it. Great job, Scott.
Keibert Ruiz, swing and a miss. Really good inning from Tanner Scott.
Great slider.
Bottom 8, it's Alex Vesia's turn. And he walks Josh Bell, a close 3-2 pitch. Jacob Young is the pinch runner here. Ahmed Rosario strikes out.
Good fastball. That ball's running away.
Then with Alex Call batting, Alex Vesia picks off Jacob Young.
Great job. The Dodgers recognizing the Nationals are extremely aggressive on the base pass. The going first move. Nice transfer, Kike to Tommy.
So it's still 6-5 in the 9th inning. Blake Trinan comes in, facing Alex Call to start the inning. It's the chopper to Max Muncy that he handles.
Great play by Max Muncy right there coming in. Not the easiest play.
Well, we know what a salmon ball is, or a fillet of fish. Paul DeYoung, what's the word for this? Pop fly.
I mean,
No man's land?
It is no man's land. And really, this is perfectly placed like the Bermuda Triangle right there. You know, sometimes when you're playing no doubles as outfielders, you're playing really, really deep.
And then that ball gets away. Actually, DeYoung was going on the pitch, so it's stolen base for DeYoung, tying run into scoring position. Then Abrams with 2 on. The diving stop by Kike, and he gets the speedy Dylan Cruz at second.
What a play.
This ball right here, I mean, it takes a crazy hop, too. It has that turbo spin on it, but Kike able to stay with it, make the play, 2 outs.
James Wood, perfect cutter in on his hands, right to Tommy Edman, and the Dodgers pull it out in D.C. They win it by the final of 6-5, improving to 10-4 on the season. Kirby Yates is your winning pitcher. Blake Trinan gets his second save. Landon Knack gave up 5 runs in 2 1/3 innings. He walked 4. Teo went 2 for 5, his 5th home run, 3 RBIs, and Tommy Edman 2 for 3 with a triple, 2 RBIs. He reached base 4 times. Carl's Jr. moments of the game, truly the moment of the game late, Jerry. The Dodgers do not win this game if not for this incredible play by Kike Hernandez.
This is why you have athletes with high IQ on your team. Kike, middle infielder by trade, looking like Gonzo back in the day. Obviously the dive and the glove transfer to the hand. Accurate, strong throw to gun down the runner at second base. Game changer.
Dodgers hang on to win it by the final of 6-5. Speaking of Kike Hernandez, right now he's in D.C. talking with Kirsten and the media.
The whole time I've been kind of trying to play first base as if I was playing third, but covering the bag instead of throwing the ball. And, you know, in that situation, tying run at second and then the winning run at first, during the mound visit, I told Blake, hey, I'm going to be a little deeper with CJ hitting, because I just want to make sure I cover a little more ground. I want that ball to get down the line and end up being a game-winning double. So I let him know. I was like, make sure you get over. And then the ball ended up being hit towards the hole. Took kind of a weird hop, because like the ball went away from me, and then when the lefty hits the ball, it usually comes to me. So like I wasn't sure if I was going to get there, and then once I felt the ball go in the glove, instincts took over, and I figured that the only chance was going to be a second, because CJ's really fast, and then Blake's going to be on the run, and I was in a very awkward position to like twist from my knees and throw to first. So I knew that Dylan at first was really fast, and I needed to be quick and efficient, and that's what happened.
What should we make of a 2-4 road trip at this point?
I mean, not much, other than we have a lot of things to clean up. We didn't necessarily run the bases great. We kind of played a little bit of sloppy defense throughout the road trip. You know, we had some moments offensively, but then we also had a lot of empty at-bats. But not going to sit here and make a big deal out of it. We just had a tough week, and today was a nice way to end a tough road trip.
It certainly was a nice way to end a tough road trip, and it'll make that flight home a little bit happier, Jerry. But what Kike Hernandez is doing cannot be very easy. I don't care how good of a position player you are out there, but you yourself were somewhat similar to Kike in that you were a super utility guy. You grew up playing middle infield, and then you played some first base, and here he is. He looks like a seasoned veteran over there at first.
Yeah, listen, one of my favorite movies, obviously, is Moneyball, and they turn over, I think it was Brad Pitt, goes over to Wash and says, first base is not that hard. He says, it's incredibly hard. It is incredibly hard. You have a lot to deal with. You got to pick up your shortstop, second baseman, third baseman on bad throws. You got to be able to maneuver the bag and make a play the way Kike Hernandez just made that play to really seal this ball game. Here's the pick first from Mookie Betts. It has a lot of side spin. You're going to notice Kike's glove is to the side, and he's using that glove in a sideways action. You have to know that as a first baseman. Gonzo is one of the best to ever do it that way. But Kike Hernandez really made this play right here because of his athleticism. But understanding I cannot turn over my back shoulder and really throw a good throw to Blake Trinan and gun down C.J. Abrams. So he knew right away my only play was to second base. But to get something on that throw, really not from his knees, really from his torso, to be able to get something on that throw and be accurate with it, that is such a game-changing play. So listen, Kike works extremely hard to make sure he's elite at all positions. But for him to be elite at first base in such a short period of time, he's really made it look easy. I'm telling you, it is not that easy. Kike just makes it look that way.
He has made it incredibly sorry. He has made it incredible. I want to cry too. I know, me too, right? He has made it incredible to be out there and be doing the things he's doing defensively, because it is not easy. He's playing Gold Glove caliber first base for this week. And yeah, there has been a lot of defensive miscues, but Kike has played elite defense out there. And those plays he made, those are not easy plays to make. And he's done them. He did an incredible job. That it is really hard to put words into how he was able to make that play down up the line there. One of the things he mentioned that is so important with the IQ that he has is the fact that he talked to the pitcher and he talked to Mookie about, hey, I'm playing deeper because I don't want that run to score. I want to make sure I cover more ground. And him knowing that allowed him to know, hey, my only play is to second base. And he was able to make that transfer on ability alone. But all that stuff, that kind of stuff, you need to know what's going on at first base to be able to have those type of communications.
Very intelligent player.
Very intelligent.
Such an incredibly valuable player as well. Kike Hernandez has been to the Dodgers. Top tier stat line brought to you by Arco. This is crazy. The Dodgers had 4 runs in the first inning today, Adrian. They had 5 first inning runs total in their first 13 games of the season.
Hey, they were due. They came out swinging the bat today. Shohei starting it off with a knock, and then Mookie great at bat, drawing the walk. Tommy Edman with that big double, and then Teo following that up with a great swing on that hanging slider, hitting a rocket home run to left center field. Team came out swinging, ready to go. It was great to see.
And the Dodgers would get 2 more runs to come back in this game to get the win 6-5. Let's head back to D.C. right now and hear from the winning pitcher, Kirby Yates, with Kirsten and the media.
When you look at this game, Kirby, just how the bullpen had to pick up Landon Knack today, when you think about just the success you guys have been having recently, what's just been the key?
I think we're all kind of ready for whatever happened today. You know, we all had some rest, and we were fresh, and I think, you know, as a group and individually, I think we're kind of ready for whatever's thrown at us.
Yeah. Have you found that personally you've just kind of found your stride, though, with how you're looking to attack hitters?
Yeah, I think, you know, I'm getting strike one. I like the way the split is. You know, it'd be nice if the fastball was a little bit more consistent, but, you know, we got a long way to go, so there's still time. And but overall, I think everything's in a good spot.
Dodgers get a 6-5 win over the Nationals in the series finale. Let's head back to D.C. and hear from Dave Roberts with Kirsten and the media.
Dave, when you look at how just your team set the tone early with this one, especially offensively, how did you see the guys get going and just the quality of at-bats today?
I thought early we came out with some good intent, some good energy, obviously put a 4 spot up and felt good about the start of the game. And, you know, unfortunately today it just didn't seem like Landon had any feel for the baseball. And there was just a lot of bad misses with all of his pitches, and I don't know if he just didn't have a good feel or whatnot, but so fortunately the pen stepped up and we got some big timely hits late.
With the bullpen, they obviously gave you all a chance to win this one. With how you deployed the guys, just how important was it to kind of see what they were able to do and how they were able to shut down their offense?
It was great. It was great. And I've talked about our bullpen culture a lot and what Bardo does down there. And those guys just really take the ball when called upon. And we've really eliminated the roles and, you know, wanted to get, you know, I thought Jack Dreyer, these 2 young guys, Dreyer and Kasparis, have really done a good job bridging for us and to allow us to get some other guys. And today they were fantastic again, the entire bullpen, and we needed every bit of it.
How many first basemen make that play that Kik made in the ninth?
First off, you got to be right-handed, and then you've got to have the ability to get off the ball and then still make an accurate throw. So I just can't think of any that make that play right there. And obviously, I believe that if he were to be out there every day, he'd win a Gold Glove. I mean, he's just so dang good over there, and being able to fill in for Freddie. And yeah, I think we'd probably still be playing if he didn't make that play.
Well, before the game, Dave Roberts said Freddie Freeman is expected back in the lineup Friday night for the series opener against the Cubs, and just in time because Friday happens to be Freddie Freeman's bobblehead night at the Ravine. More importantly, just to have his presence in that three-hole, Adrian, it should really help this Dodgers lineup.
You know, having Freddie out there makes a huge difference for the lineup. Run producer, MVP, just a great guy to have there. And, you know, he brings an energy. He brings a swag that the team loves to feed off of. So it's great to have him back.
One of the best players in the game. We're going to get him back. Great sign.
All right, Freddie at the Ravine on Friday. For Jerry, Adrian, and Kirsten, I'm John. Thanks for watching. We'll see you Friday pregame from the stadium at 6 o'clock.